Fans watched and counted along with the clock on the scoreboard as it neared the end of the much-anticipated match between rivals Auburn and Alabama at the Iron Bowl. The thundering chant of 3:15, 3:15, 3:15 continued unabated until the final seconds when the crowd rushed the field to celebrate Coach Bryant's record-breaking 315th win, making him the winningest coach in college football history. Sporting his signature houndstooth hat, Bryant strode off the field, flanked on all sides by reporters and security. Fans swarmed in to get up close and personal and to congratulate the famed coach. Small in stature, Vern Lundquist, sports reporter for ABC News, was able to muscle into the fray coming alongside the bear of a man. Positioning his microphone perfectly, Lundquist presented the first opportunity for Bryant to make what would surely be an historic post-game comment. "It was, I know, a great honor for you to have so many of your former players and coaches here today," he said, thrusting the mic upward toward Bryant, who slowly made his way toward the locker room amidst the throngs of people surrounding him. A statement haltingly delivered belied the carefully prepared words. "Yes, I'm real proud of all of them and real thankful," he said with his thick southern drawl and signature mumble. "Thankful I had the privilege of being associated with all of them." He paused slightly for emphasis. "But not only them, but people. Good people. Fine people. Like Carney Lashley and Frank Mosley, who meant so much to me." And with those final words, he strode into the locker room. Later, in official post-game interviews, he went further. "I'm thankful to the good Lord for the many wonderful people at Maryland, Kentucky, Texas A&M, and here. Connie Lashley and Frank Mosley had as much or more to do with this as anyone. I wish they could have been here." Edie Mosley, watching the game on television from home, burst into tears when she heard his words. "Mama never cried," her daughter Eileen told me. "No, not ever. But when she heard Bear Bryant acknowledge my daddy like that, well, it meant a lot." My mother's first words after hearing Bryant still resonate. "Not many in life get to say they lived out their dream like your grandfather and Paul Bryant did." In the days and weeks that followed, my mother, Mary Lou Lashley Henry, heard from coaches and players around the country who wrote or called to say they had heard Coach Bryant acknowledge her father, and they, too, had not forgotten. Sports pundits commented that Bryant had named only 2 dead, past assistant coaches in his post-game statement. But they were much more than that. Who they were and what they meant to each other is what ultimately underpins all heroes and successful endeavors. A loyal, trustworthy friend. Theirs was also a partnership of a shared vision. They were aligned with and understood what such a commitment to their goals required of them, a vital component needed to achieve the success they desired. As Lashley was fond of reminding his players, "To be the best, there is no substitute for work." He added in an interview with the Charlotte Observer in 1965, "We, Alabama, are probably the smallest team in major football, but we always tell our boys that bigness is in your heart and not body." In a televised interview not long after his winningest game, Bryant was asked what it was that drove him to be a coach, to which he laughingly replied, "To be honest, I don't think there was anything else I could do." Hard work, huge desire, and in the end, humility. The hallmark of a creed all 3 of these men embodied. Many people today consider Bryant to be the greatest college football coach of all time. To those few who know the backstory of his trajectory to the top, Bryant's public comments about his friends at the most historic moment of his career was a balm of remembrance and an acknowledgement of their contributions to his rise to the top. That he, perhaps, would never have reached the pinnacle of the sport without them. He was indebted to them, and grateful to them both. This is their story.